Yo! What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Moody, your coach of the Westchester Weavers, and today we have our SSL Week 1 match against the Austin Aipoms, coached by Shady. Shady is a new coach to the league, so I'm very excited to play him because I always love playing new people. And also, it's Week 1. Get hyped for Week 1, right? So I'm very excited for this matchup. He's got a very threatening team. On his side, he has the Electros, the Mega Aggron, Gorgeist, Infernape, Quagsire, and Porygon Z. While on our side, we have Chronos, the Kyurem, rocking a calm nature, max special attack, 112 Spadef, and the rest in HP. This Chronos it also has Toxic, Ice Beam, Earth Power, and Roost. Oh, I totally blanked on the last move. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. But yeah, this Kronos is pretty much meant to hit hard and to also come in on like some special hits from the Electros, Porygon Z, and Quagsire to a lesser extent. Toxic's there to, just be annoying. Earth Power is there for the Mega Aggron and the Infernape, and Ice Beam is there for the Gorgeist, and nice general stat move. But besides Chronos, next to Chronos, we have Master Mold, the Celesteela, rocking with max HP, max special defense, and I believe a sassy nature with Air Slash, Leaf Seed, Substitute, and Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam is there just to hit hard, general, good stab. Leech Seed is there to be annoying. Substitute also annoying paired with Leech Seed. And Air Slash is there for Gorgeist and Infernape, and also just a really good stab move. But yeah, so Master Mold is more so of kind of an answer for Primavera and Latias, Gorgeist to a lesser extent too, and Infernape if it's behind a sub. But yeah, Celesteela is just like a good mon. So I just wanted to bring it. I drafted it first overall. I really wanted to use it. Next to Master Mold, we got Zinger or Mega Beedrill. Rocking a pretty standard set. And Poison Jab, U-Turn, Knockoff, and Drill Run. This set has max attack and max speed with a speed boosting nature. Speed boosting nature and max speed to speed tie with a Selgor. He did have a Selgor, and Selgor has 145 speed, which ties Mega Beedrill. So wanted to put it myself into a speed tie situation if it came down to it. You never know. But yeah, so that's Mega Beedrill, just here to hit hard. U-turn out, poison jab some mons, U-turn, drill run. Try to maybe late game sweep with it. Then next to Beedrill, we have the beautiful Crankyankers, rocking with Knockoff, U-turn, Defog, and Roost. This Mandibuzz is max HP, max defense, and push, and this is mostly supposed to be my Infernape switch in. Basically what this Mandibuzz allows is it allows me to take some close combats, it allows me to take some flare blitzes, and if I'm at full and if the Infernape is staring me down, it could take a choice banded Stone Edge, and then I can knock him off, and then I could take another choice Stone Edge after the band is off, if that makes sense. So I think that was only if he was timid. I'm not sure. But regardless, that Mandibuzz is there to be more so of a check to his physical threat, physical mons, and to knock off any items that he wants to have. Then, next to Mandibuzz, we have the league commissioner himself. We have Polish, the Slow King. Polish is rocking with 8 an Assault Vest, with, I believe, max HP, and then some defense investment, and then also enough special attack investment to a KO the Primavera with Psyshock, and to Oko Infernape with Psyshock as well, or Scald. I forget which one. But yeah, so that's Polish. He's meant to switch in on Primaveras, and just be just like a nuisance on the special side. Polish is also rocking out with Scald, Psyshock, as I mentioned, and Ice Beam and Grass Knot. Grass Knot there, so we don't get walled out by the Quagsire, and Ice Beam, so we can beat the Gorgeist 1v1. Then finally, next to Polish, we have the Police. Woo woo! That's the Police. Woo woo! Shout out to KRS1 for that one. I might change that Arcanine nickname to KRS1, but right now we have Police rocking with Toxic, Wild Charge, Flamethrower, and Morning Sun with the ability Intimidate, Max HP, and Max Defense. This is supposed to be our primary Infernape switch in. And it also is there to spread Toxics. And if the Premier is at a very low health, or not low health, like maybe like 60, I think we could take it out with a Wild Charge. Assuming he doesn't have any HP investment. But, well, I guess we wouldn't be able to because he would have to beat me probably, I think. That's how it works. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, guys. Sorry. But yeah, so it's basically meant to be my Infernape switching. But yeah, that's the squad. Threats on his team. Infernape is definitely a problem because Infernape is very versatile mon and is Z-Mon user to make things even more versatile. I'm expecting the Infernape to have Grass Knot and maybe be Bloom Doom. Definitely Grass Knot for like my Hippowdon, and my team is just a bunch of big boys, big boys and girls. Porygon Z could be a problem too, especially with it, like an agility set, and Electros, you know, kind of annoying mon too. We could hit it hard with the Kyurem, and then Mega Aggron also just like kind of a big mon too. But I think we got enough answers to it in Kyurem, Arcanine, and Slowbro. Gorgeist, another just like a nuisance mon. He's got like in Quagsire, he's got a lot of like big-ish mons, but like kind of annoying mons, but like manageable mons, if that makes sense. He's definitely gonna try to like whittle me down with like Toxic and just like volt switching around and maybe try to sweep me with Porygon Z. That's what I'm assuming the Porygon Z is, like a double dance or something along those lines. But yeah, so let's get into this matchup. Because I think Porygon Z is probably more of like a late game sweeper. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna lead with it. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable to lead Mandibuzz right here. If he leads Infernape, then we can knock off whatever the Infernape is, and if it's a Z-Mon, we can find that out right away. Quagsire, we can U-turn out against it. Electros, we can U-turn out against it. Aggron, we can U-turn out against it, and Gorgeist, we can knock it off. So Mandibuzz looks like a pretty solid lead just to see what he wants to do. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to lead off with Mandibuzz, and he decides to lead off with Quagsire. Now, this play right here, he decides to switch into Aggron, but I went for the U-turn on this play, and this play was what I like to call an option play. It's an option play because I went for the U-turn, and if he decided to switch, then I could, gain momentum in that sense. But if he decided not to switch, then we can go into Celesteela and then take the Toxic, because I think that's what's coming. And Celesteela also has a lot of special defense investment, so it's not like just like a Scald from a Quagsire is really doing that much. But he decided to switch and go into Aggron, and we U-turn right there and get some momentum going. We go into Police, and this Aggron is intimidated, and we are rocking Flamethrower specifically for this because Aggron's special defense is not as good as its defense. So we decide to Toxic right there and scaring him out on the Mega Aggron. And I thought he would switch into Quagsire right here, so that's why we dropped the Toxic. Putting this thing on a timer is very important because this wand can be very annoying and very kind of stally. So getting a Toxic on it is very nice, putting it on a nice little timer. We decide to switch right here into Polish, and he goes for the Scald, and we eaten that. That's 5%. We eaten those. So he's just racking up Toxic damage more and more, and we decide to go right into Kronos on the double. And he's going into Gorgeist, so we nailed that one right there. Now, someone's getting hit hard with his Ice Beam. I mean, he gets switched into Quagsire right here, but I don't know if Quagsire can really take an Ice Beam like that, especially. And he has to be really worried that it might have like Draco or something like that. I don't think Quagsire really wants to take a Draco from Kronos. But yeah, so he decides to switch right here on my Ice Beam, and that does 35%, which is really nice damage. That it tells me that he's a Assault Vest, which is good to know. But yeah, that's just nice damage right there. And then if we could just go for another Ice Beam. He decides to stay in perfectly fine and full switch outs. But now that means he can't switch into another Chronos Ice Beam. So his Chronos switch-ins, his Chronos checks are dwindling turn 6, which is very nice to know. I decided to go into my dedicated Infernape switch check in Police, and he goes for the close combat. Close combat does nada, and he gets the drop on the close combat. And we decide to go for another Toxic right there, just in case he wanted to do something cheeky, like, you know, like, I don't know, like the Stone Edge or something like along those lines. I'm pretty sure we could have lived it, especially after the -2 drop, but I decided to go that. He goes in the Quagsire, perfectly fine play. We decide to go, what do we do right here? I think we go into Chronos right here. Yeah, we go into Chronos. I made a pretty bad play right here. I actually thought he was going to Toxic me. I was really debating going into Master Mold or Chronos. I picked Chronos just because I thought he was going to Scald and I didn't want to get Master Mold burnt. Pretty much the logic. It was a little bit of 50-50 and I just lost that one, which is, you know, fine. We've been winning a couple of other 50-50s early on in the game. But we get Toxic, not the worst thing in the world, but it can be kind of annoying. We go into Master Mold right here and he goes into Aggron and we decide to Leech Seed it up. And then he has Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch does a fair amount, does like 37, which is kind of nice. 20 after leftovers and seeds. But yeah, we just go for a Substitute right here. And he just breaks this up again with that. Went for the sub right there because I thought he might want to try to get up rocks or something like that. But he just makes a nice play and goes and just continues to put the pressure on with Thunder Punch. Totally fine. And then I decided to go into Police to try to get the Intimidate off. He goes into Electros right here. I think I decided to Toxic right here too because I thought he was going to slow Volt Switch and instead he just hards into Quagsire. Fine play on his part, but you know, this Quagsire is getting more and more whittled down. We go into Master Mold. He goes for the Skull right here, and I'm burnt, which is kind of frustrating. I mean, I'm not like I only have one physical move in Heavy Slam, but don't want to get burned. No one wants to get burned. But yeah, the water hot. So he's I think I just decided to Seed right here. Oh no, I Substitute. Just in case he wanted to go into like Infernape or Electros on that. So we decide to Leech Seed it up right here, and he decides to Thunder Punch. Perfectly fine play, but he is getting whittled down. This Mega Aggron is getting more whittled down. He doesn't have a Wish Passer to help this Aggron out. So we go into Crank Anchors right here, and he goes into Gourgeist. And we decided to get the knockoff just to see get his item off. He actually messed up and didn't have an item on his Gourgeist. He admitted it during the game that he messed up there, and he messed up his ability too. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he was losing that item anyway on that turn, even if he had one. It just was a damage kind of like deal. Instead of doing more knockoff damage, did like 19. But what are you gonna do? He Toxics me. Kind of sucks because I kind of want to keep this thing healthy, but sometimes the beautiful Crank Anchors gotta play in the mud, play in the Toxic. We go into Zinger right here on the Leaf Seed. I felt comfortable going to Zinger right there because he, if he was Toxic, I really didn't think he would be Will-O-Wisp as well. I thought he would be like Toxic, Synthesis, Leaf Seed, and then like whatever like coverage he wanted to have. Maybe like Shadow Snake or Seed Bomb or something along those lines. I'm not even sure, but I doubt he was like Toxic and Will-O-Wisp. That'd be kind of weird. Not that I haven't seen that before, but not on Gourgeist, but on other ones, on certain people who try to do that. But he gets the seeds up right here. I get the Mega off and go for the turn. And we turn into Chronos. And then I think he Synthesis right here. And at this play, Chronos is getting to the point where someone's dying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, someone's dying right here. So he is... he decides to sacrifice Electros to the Wrath of Chronos. And Chronos gets the first kill of the season. Happy about that. I love Kirim. And then he goes into Infernape, and we decide to go into Mandibuzz, and on the close combat, it does like 30%. It's kind of nice. I think I Roost right here because I wanted to keep on switching in on close combat. So yeah, we roosted in right here. And then we go for the U-turn right here, and then we go back into Mega Beedrill, and he goes for seeds, perfectly fine play. And he goes for that, and then right here, we're just going to U-turn right here and go back into Chronos. He goes for the Shadow Sneak, which doesn't kill me, and it's actually kind of nice because I get slow turn. And slow turn with Mega Beedrill, which is kind of funny. We go into that and get U-turn out and go into Chronos, and then we have basically another free kill. I don't think he realized that I didn't have any Dragon Step, but I just didn't. I mean, I think I only showed Ice Beam and Earth Power this whole game, but I didn't have any Dragon Step, so Quagsire was actually kind of walls this thing a little bit. But yeah, but he didn't know that, and I'm pretty sure Dragon Pulse or Draco really messes up Quagsire, so we decided to go into he just decided to go into Ice Beam. I got the Ice Beam crit, and I think that only mattered if he was like Spadef boosting, like max HP, max Spadef, with like a Spadef boosting nature. Like if he was like Impish, max HP, max Spadef, then that didn't matter. But it only mattered if he was. Yeah. So this puts him in like easy Earth Power range, and then we just go for the Earth Power right here and pick up the KO on Aggron. Big wall out the way, which is really nice. Just two more to go with Gourgeist and Quagsire. So he goes into Infernape right here, and I got to switch. I got a lot of answers to Infernape. I got 3 months. I could take on Infernape. And then we go into here. That close combat did nothing, and at this point he was kind of showing the idea of Scarf. I don't think Z Bloom Doom from like a max special attack Infernape even killed from that range for the set I was rocking. So I was like, okay, he's not going to stay in. He's probably going to go into the Gourgeist expecting the Psyshock or the Scald. So I just decided to Ice Beam it up right here, and we get 53% on the Gourgeist. And he goes for the Shadow Sneak just to get some damage off, and we go for another Ice Beam, and Polish, the commissioner, is taking a life right there. He goes into Quagsire thinking he can hard wall it, but yeah, boy got Grass Knot. So he goes for the Earth Power, does like 12, like whatever damage, and we go for the Grass Knot. This thing is gonzo. That health, look at that health. That health dropped. He goes into this thing, and I'm like, okay, Z Bloom Doom can kill me now. So I'm gonna switch out into Arcanine, and he goes for the Z Bloom Boom, and we eating that, especially at -1. He get a crit too. He get a crit at -1. Damn. But yeah, we eating that up, and then he goes for the close combat. We decided to just toxic it up right now, and we toxic it up, and he is sitting in a pretty bad spot right here. I could just Morning Sun and toxic this thing all the way out, and until it dies, really. But yeah, and then we're looking in really good shape to win this game right here, barring something crazy with the Porygon Z. We got this in the bag. It's just a matter about differential right now. He gets a crit, and this crit like sort of mattered for differential, I guess. I don't know, but it was a little annoying because I was like, oh man, I was like, I should have just kept on Morning Sunning, but of course the one time he gets a crit, I go for Flamethrower. But what are you gonna do? He decides to go into Autistic Kid, the Porygon Z, and let me tell you guys, I was a Porygon. Not a Porygon Z. What am I talking about? I was a psychology major in college, and my sister, she is getting her PhD in autism. So if you don't think I know about autism, you are sadly mistaken. And so I know what this autistic kid wants to do. This autistic kid wants to agility up, and that is one of his only plays that he's got left. So I'm just gonna drop a toxic on this thing on the agility right here, and he's probably agility Life Orb because he needs Life Orb to beat my team. So I'm gonna go for the toxic right here, and this autistic kid is gonna get whittled the fuck down. And he goes for Tri Attack. He reveals that he's Life Orb, so he Life Orb plus toxic damage. Even if he like Okos everything on my team, I think he dies before he kills the last one. So we looking good. We go into Chronos right here. We live if he is timid, and if he's modest, it's a roll. I think it's like a mid roll or a roll in my favor. I forget the roll exactly, but he goes to the Tri Attack and it kills. I was like, oh shit, whatever. I kind of wanted I wanted Kieran to get the last kill because I really thought Kieran was kind of the MVP on this game. But whatever, the commish is going to get the last kill here. Thunderbolt does not kill, and we scalding it up. The water hot, and this kid is burnt the fuck out. But yeah, that's the game. Nice 4-0 victory. Good game to Shady. Make sure you check out his channel below. Very happy to get this win for a variety of reasons, but mostly because we get off to a good start. SSL last season, we did not get off to a good start, and this season we got off to a nice 4-0 win. I think we're sitting in the top of our division after week 1, which is always nice. Very early, but very nice. Next week we are playing Dougie, coach of the New York Pokemon Rangers, a division foe of ours. It'll be a tough match. Dougie's a good player. He's beaten me on the channel before. I've beaten him on the channel before, so it should be, a couple games. He knocked me out of playoffs last year, or not last year, like 2 weeks ago. What am I talking about? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago in SSL. So we kind of want some revenge on that, and I will be motivated to try to play him, beat him. Hopefully, I could be as locked in this game as locked in that game as I was in this game. Make sure you drop a like if you're rocking with the Westchester Levi's, and if you're new, sub up like a Celesteela. But yeah, that's it for me today. My name is Moody, and I'm your coach of the Westchester Levi's, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.